What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of the Back in Detroit podcast, where we talk business and chill. And today I am here with a streamer. She goes by the real Ambo Johnson. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh God, you put me on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So on Twitch, I actually go by Ambo Johnson. My Instagram handle is the real Ambo Johnson.
Okay.
Um, yeah, mom by day, streamer by night.
Mm-hmm.
Not
And
much else to it.
what do you stream mostly?
Call of Duty now, actually.
Really, Call of Duty. I thought you were so anti Call of Duty for the longest.
No, I'm not anti Call of Duty. I'm anti Warzone,
Mm.
not multiplayer.
Mm.
Multiplayer is kind of where it's at now. Like I had a huge falling out with my squad in like Apex,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't really play battle royale games without a squad that you're consistently playing with.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just Call of Duty multiplayer.
So when you were on Mixer, you streamed Apex pretty much exclusively, right?
Pretty much, yeah, I did. And that's where I got like a huge, not a huge, but the few loyal followers that I did get and viewers
Mm-hmm.
were from Apex, and then they actually like even came over to Twitch
Nice.
even with Call of Duty.
Now,
So,
with Mixer, you were partnered or something, right?
so I had just barely gotten into there. I don't remember what the program was even called, but it wasn't even really a partnership. It was just like the base of monetization
Mm-hmm.
where could beat your butt. Where you could only receive, I think they were called cheers on Mixer. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't remember what they were called either. I know I gave you a couple. I don't remember though.
But there wasn't like donations or like subscriptions and stuff for me yet. I wasn't on that level.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like just barely started it, and like technically I shouldn't have made it in, but somehow I got accepted into it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I just kind of rolled with it.
Right.
And I was only in it for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks before everything went down.
So, how once you started streaming, how long did it take you to get to the point where you could monetize what you were doing?
On Mixer, a lot
Yeah,
longer than I thought it would take.
I remember because I remember we were talking about it, about the Mixer Twitch thing, and I think might even talk about YouTube. But you were going for the fish in the small pond versus fish in the ocean thing, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how I put it. Is so Mixer not being as well known or used as Twitch or YouTube, the
Mm-hmm.
way I always like put it to people is it easier to find a small little goldfish in a pond or a lake than or a small little goldfish in a giant ocean?
Right.
So that's why I chose Mixer. Especially because I already knew someone who was on Mixer and did really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like took off and it was great.
Right.
But it definitely took a lot longer. Like honestly, I think I was streaming on Mixer for almost a year, if not a little over a year.
Before you got.
It was
Wow.
probably at least 8 months.
Hmm. Now,
Really long time.
now, you said you and your Apex squad had a falling out. Was this early during the mixer days, or did this come like later
It actually happened this year.
this year? So what was it about? Like what happened?
It wasn't actually like any really like drama or anything. Like I still talk to one or two of them, but the if he ever hears this, I'm in so much trouble. So one of them got a girlfriend
Uh huh.
and kind of stopped gaming.
You know what?
And so because he stopped, his brother stopped. And then I was just kind of like not I kept trying to play solo with like randoms.
Oh yes, randoms are the worst. I don't care what
I
game you
hate
play.
randoms.
Oh yeah, randos are the
Especially
worst.
when like one, if not both of them, don't have a mic and then no one
Yeah,
communicates,
yeah.
and then never knowing how each other plays or like what legends people play in that
Mhm,
game or whatever. It's just awful.
mhm. But that's honestly pretty common. When somebody gets a new significant other, you have to put the time in. So the time for gaming is going to go down.
Yes, go down, but not stop all completely.
I mean, so you don't know if
When you
he.
I'm sorry, but if you're a gamer, the gaming shouldn't stop
Mhm,
when you get in a new relationship because that's something your significant other
mhm.
should be aware of.
Yeah.
Like when Jason and I first got together, like I knew he was a gamer, but like we had never lived together until we were married.
Mhm.
And then when I moved down to North Carolina, I was like, I don't care if you play your games,
Mm-hmm.
but we lived across the country for 2 years from each other. So I was like, so you're gonna game right here next to me on the couch. I
See,
don't care.
I would love that. Oh my god, I would love that. Like,
And then because he was gaming all the time, I was like, hey, let's get me a laptop.
uh huh.
And then that's kind of what stemmed me into absolutely everything.
Now, was the first game you started with? Was that League of Legends? Was that the first game you started with?
Uh, no, I think so. My brother was playing League of Legends for like a really long time and super into it. And I was like, hey, show me how it works. So I played like one or two matches like on his profile to like
Mm-hmm.
learn it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just never touched it again. I was just like, not for me.
So, real quick, I want to touch back on Mixer for a second. When you found out Mixer was gonna be shutting down, what was your plans like once you found that out?
Well, Mixer tried to tell everyone to go over to Facebook Gaming,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of laughed
Mm-hmm.
because like nobody was really like on Facebook Gaming at that point, and it wasn't even really like Facebook Gaming was a joke at that point.
Mm.
So we're like, you guys are shutting down over a scandal instead of fixing it, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're telling us to go to this useless thing.
Now, what was the scandal for people who aren't super into that?
So from what I was told, because I actually found out while I was live on Mixer,
Mm.
um, what I was told from one of my friends that I met while streaming is at one of the big gaming conventions. There's like PAX East, PAX South, all
Mm.
those. At
Yeah.
the one convention, it came out from a bunch of like little small goldfish streamers like me
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of the big name partnered streamers were like, "Hey, we'll get you big and shout you out in exchange for these favors, like wanting sexual favors."
Wow.
Pretty much like solicitation. And
But I feel like that's any person, any that's well, that's like any dude with power ever in anything.
well, yeah, naturally. But yeah, I found out because my friend messaged me when I went live asking me if I heard about it. And the only reason he really knew about it is because he was even accused of it.
Mm.
And he was like, I wasn't even at PAX. He's like, I live in the Philippines. Like, I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So apparently, that's from what I was told what happened.
And you go over to Twitch at that point, or did you stop for a while? Because I feel like I remember you stopped for a while, but I don't know if it
I think I
was
went over to
around that
Twitch for
time.
like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I lost all motivation
Mm-hmm.
because of like the starting completely over from scratch, having absolutely nothing. And I was just like, you know what? I need to take a break. And then my break turned out to be a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. It ended
Yeah.
up, I pretty much only ended up streaming like once every 2 months at that point,
Yeah, I remember.
randomly.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends wanted to get into streaming. So, well, actually, one of Jason's friends. And he was like, talk to Amber. She's had tons of experience now on 2 different platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to her. And then he kind of like lit a fire under my ass because like I've always been a competitive person for
Yeah.
like sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, this is gonna happen, I'm giving myself this amount of time. And I was like, not if I beat you to it first.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of turned into a whole competition.
And how's he doing?
He hasn't streamed in like a month and a half.
Now, so you are on Twitch now, and before Facebook gaming was a joke, but now I feel that it has a lot more quality streamers on it. Have you given Facebook gaming a second thought at all?
Not really. Just because I am really happy with how Twitch has gone
Mm.
in like just how it works for the most part. Um, but Facebook gaming, a lot of people say like because there isn't necessarily like a huge algorithm with
Mm-hmm.
Facebook gaming, like you could have the small streamers with like 5 viewers
Mm-hmm.
get thrown in on like the top of the search category if you search by games.
Yeah.
And like Twitch, it's always like highest viewers listed first, and you're
Yeah.
gonna have to scroll all the way down.
Right.
So that's like the big perk to Facebook gaming.
Mm-hmm.
But then once I reach affiliate status, I'm a little stupid right now, baby brain. Once you reach affiliate status, then you accept it. and like sign the contract with Twitch,
Mhm.
one of the big things that a lot of people don't know about is, or like read into or learn a lot about, is the terms of service and like the standards
Mhm.
with that. And with affiliate, you actually can't, so I can't dual stream at the same time. I won't be able to ever stream on Facebook and Twitch at the same time,
Mhm.
because now with the affiliate status, I have to wait 24 hours to repost that content.
Mm. Speaking of reposting content, you do a lot of streams, so I know you have a lot of highlights and stuff like that. Why don't you have like a YouTube where I could look at your highlights individually?
I actually just made my first TikTok like 2 weeks ago.
Uh huh.
um, but I haven't. Sometimes I've posted some clips on like my Instagram, like from my mixer days,
Mhm.
but I guess I'm still a little dumb when it comes to clipping videos, especially when they're like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours long.
Mhm.
And I just never really figured out how to clip them. But I
Mhm.
did just like make my first like highlight, and they actually save your highlights on your Twitch. So I was able to just like download it from
Nice.
Twitch, wait
Nice.
24 hours, and repost to TikTok, and it like worked.
Nice. So, do you feel TikTok would be better for your videos than YouTube or Facebook?
Probably yes, because of how the TikTok platforms and algorithms work on like the For You page. So instead of seeing on Instagram, if you're scrolling through Instagram, you only see the people and the things you follow,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. TikTok, you have your followed, and then everybody's always on the For You page.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, everything that pops up, 90% of the time, it's not even people you follow.
Right.
It's just stuff that's along the lines of what you watch, what you like your history almost.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like TikTok would be way better in that aspect to be discovered.
So, what kind of traffic has your TikTok been seeing so far?
Well, I have the one TikTok, and within 24 hours, I had over 700 views on it.
Okay. Nice.
So that's not bad considering my TikTok. I actually don't have a lot of followers on there. I just posted the TikTok to see how many people it would reach. I have 28 followers,
Mm-hmm.
and I got over 700 views.
Mm-hmm. Now, does seeing results like that, does that make you want to post more on TikTok, like more frequently?
Definitely. Because my thing is that's 700 people that saw that.
Right.
And even if only 5 people liked it,
Mm.
which is a very, very, very small percentage, that's still like 5 people that are going to come over. Because one thing that I did learn from like Instagram and streaming and everything is
Mm-hmm.
always set everything up as a business account,
Right.
because then you have your link posted directly on your site that people can just click and go right to,
Mm-hmm.
instead of like posting your link and then people have to like copy and paste. That's
Right.
like one less step.
Right. And, what was it? Once Mixer had closed, you said you went over to Twitch, but you had took a break. After you went over to Twitch, how long did it take you to hit affiliate over there versus over at Mixer?
So are we talking when I actually got like the fire lit under my ass and got back into it officially?
Yeah, after that, from that point to when you got affiliate, how long did it take?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And what do you think expedited the process versus over on Mixer? Besides the people that you brought over.
So it's actually, it seems way less stressful to actually reach affiliate status because of the requirements being not necessarily lower numbers, but they are lower numbers, which makes you feel like way less, oh shit,
Right, it's more
about
obtainable.
everything.
It's more obtainable.
Yeah, it does. It makes it feel like the small guy can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, about 3 weeks, absolutely tops.
Now,
I reached it.
now do you feel like that was due to frequency and streaming the platform itself, or do you think it was due to your change in game?
Probably both.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I ended up joining like 5 or 6 streaming pages on Facebook, and I just like read all the tips on how to reach affiliate.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the big things that they always said was when you're grinding for affiliate, don't worry about those 8-hour streams that you see the professionals do.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your streams 2, 3 hours tops.
Mm-hmm.
because one of the big things that everyone struggles with is for affiliate status, you have to average 3 viewers.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
So if you're streaming for 8 hours, you have 3 viewers for 2 hours of it, and then one for the other six, you never
Mm-hmm.
reach it.
Right.
But if you have a 3 hour stream and you have four viewers for 1 hour, 3 viewers for the other hour and a half, 2 hours, there's your average.
Right.
It's super easy.
So what in the hell was it? Oh, so right now, how often are you streaming? Like how frequently are you streaming?
Almost every night,
And do
just
you
because I'm not working.
okay, and that was my next question. So you're not working. So what would it take so like what do you look so what would it take for your streaming to be your main career? Like how much like what
How
would you
much
be
money would I need to make monthly to stay at
not
home?
so much not so much as that, but
Adjacent.
so what would that be looking like streamer wise and subscriber
Like
wise and
subscriber
yeah,
wise?
subscriber wise and stuff like that.
A
And
lot.
like what? Like it's
Um,
about or how
well, I'm
many
trying to think. I'm trying to think of my first Twitch payout. I think I had like 85 subscribers on it.
mhm
And it was only about a fourth of what I needed.
mhm
But yeah,
so does Twitch pay out monthly?
yes.
And what was your first Twitch payout ever?
I don't think I can actually talk about that.
Okay. What about
Terms of service.
what about Mixer since that's done?
I actually never got a payout from them because that was
Really?
part of the that was because I was on like the baby such a three-nager, I swear to God. I was on like the baby tier, and
Mhm.
so I was only making like pennies
Mhm.
for each like cheer. Stop licking my foot, you fucking weirdo, the cat. Um, I was making like very minuscule amounts because I
Mhm.
couldn't get subscribers or anything like that. Nobody ever really, I don't think I ever really had a donation.
Mhm.
But I think it was like the same threshold as Twitch, but because I couldn't get like subscribers and stuff,
Mhm.
like I had lost like a big thing that like boosts like your minimum amount required for a payout. I don't know if that makes sense, but you had to like,
Mhm.
I think because I was on like a beta. Whoa, dumping hand sanitizer on mom. Thank you. Sit down, please. That smells delicious. Um, and then if I remember correctly, Jason read into it more than me because I was just super excited to finally reach like a monetization status
Mhm.
that I didn't really like read super carefully.
Mhm.
But I think for like the beta thing, like I wasn't able to pull money out for it was either 2 months or like 6 months. It was some like really weird number. They
Mhm.
just had to let it accrue unless I had to reach like a certain threshold. I think it was like maybe $200 or like $300 or
Mhm.
something. That's like just it super hard to make when you're only making pennies at a time.
Right, and that's how it is on YouTube. With YouTube, you need at least $100 before they pay you out.
Twitch too.
You know.
That I can say.
Okay.
Twitch too. We can't talk about the amount that we make,
Mhm.
but like the requirements we can kind of talk about.
Now, I've watched a lot of your streams. I come to a lot of your streams. I usually drop bits or whatever, and
You randomly just pop in. I never know
yeah,
when to expect
yeah.
you.
I don't know when you go stream. You normally stream when I'm at work. So I
Hey,
noticed
when
for
it's boring at work.
so 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 I know for streamers there's usually different types. It's those you watch because they're good. It's those you watch because they're so either because they're good or because you like their personality or because
You like the way they look.
you like the way they look. Pretty much. Yeah,
Hot
that's
tub
it.
streaming category.
Right, exactly. and I know I feel like I talked to you about it before. I feel like you fall more into the skill, the personality one, and you never went
Oh,
for the
definitely.
more.
I suck at half the games I play.
Yeah, well, no, you good, you fine.
No,
But
you don't have to lie to me because I actually know you. I
um,
suck.
but why have you never went towards the more sexy approach? Because I feel like that'd be the easiest way.
Because I was tired of doing it. It was my job for 7 years
Uh huh.
was to rely on my body
Uh huh.
to make money and pay my bills. And I was like, no, this is my one place where that doesn't matter
Mhm.
because I'm not here to use my body. I'm here to play games
Uh huh.
and have the personality. Like it's not about having a rack or like the red hair, the glasses, or like whatever. Do the curtains match the drapes? Like that?
Yeah.
No, this was like the one place where I got to be one of the guys, which, as you know, was always like my personality.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Always just a bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So I swear to God, I'm gonna shoot him. For me, it was like a huge relief and a change of pace where I didn't have to always dress pretty and make sure my hair was done, make sure my makeup was. I didn't have to
Hmm.
because for me it was all about the gaming. And this, when I came over to Twitch, was before all the hot tub streaming and stuff started.
Right.
Like the people that even like attempted that or even dreamed of doing that were just like banned.
Mm.
So I stuck with the gaming because I was over it.
No, okay, and I get that. It's just that as a dude who like, you know,
But
in the
I fall
industry.
under the category of it's some nights. It depends on how I'm feeling. We
Hmm.
call them titty streamers.
Uh huh.
It's where they wear like the low cut shirts.
Uh
That's about it. My father-in-law has even told me to do it. Like my father-in-law has walked in while I'm streaming and he's like, "That's not the right shirt." And I'm
huh.
just like, "Oh, okay."
But hey,
And
but you know
Jason
what's
too.
up? You know, what's like, cause as dudes, we know what's up. Cause like, I feel like if
My father-in-law has literally told me if he had the parts that women had, he like I've heard it so many times. They're like, "I'd be a whore."
dog, dead ass, like because like as dudes, we have to try so much harder for certain things, and it's just like
But
man,
that's also not necessarily true.
if I said not everything, some things, and sometimes you just know that if you had titties, this will be a lot easier.
In the gaming life, actually, not really.
What do you
Look at,
mean?
please go on Twitch, not to the just chatting category,
Hmm.
and search any of your favorite games. How many girls are in the top 5 streamers?
But then that comes down to also
Almost
how,
none.
but that comes down to also how many girls play video games too. It's also a percentage thing as well. Like I follow
Actually, a
some,
lot.
but like it depends on the game. So like a lot of 2K streamers that are women are popular because dudes love girls who like sports and games, and 2K is a sports game. So a lot of 2Ks and Maddens footballs, women are higher. Not saying they overtaking the men, but you will find women in those top tens on any given day for sure.
I'm not talking top 10. I'm talking top 5.
Okay. Oh my
No,
god.
I am talking top 5 because here's the thing. Girls can make it into the top 10 off their body.
Yeah.
But the other thing is are you going to maintain viewers?
Hmm.
Probably not. Your subscribers are only going to be subscribed to you so they can pop in, see how you look real quick, and then dip out and actually go watch someone with a personality.
Not. I mean, you're saying you can have titties and a personality. They not exclusive.
Hello.
Yeah, they're not exclusive.
But
Like,
no, like that's the thing. That's the thing with like a lot of with like a lot of the um like the just chatting category.
hmm,
Like now there's girls on stream doing body painting.
hmm. I heard about that. I heard about
Like
that.
the group that I'm in a Snapchat group with 35 other people almost.
Hmm.
That and we all like met on Call of Duty. Like one of the guys that I squad up with started the Snapchat and brought me in. But like we all met on Call of Duty. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about like literally there was a screenshot going of one of the girls in a hot tub stream that was literally like 90% naked, 95% naked.
Hmm.
And then like there was another like screenshot that came I think from my friend that I squad up with.
Hmm.
And he was like, and now they're body painting.
Hmm.
Like the girls are like full on naked with like a sticker on.
So that's what I'm saying. Like as women, and that kind of thing is easier for y'all to make money because like if it's based on like views or like time watched or something like that, then
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm gonna watch.
I'd want to for amusement purposes. I'd watch a guy paint his dick.
See, I don't want to watch a dude paint his dick, but I'll watch a girl paint their titties or watch somebody else paint their ass and titties or
That's
something.
because you're straight.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
I just want to see a guy struggle trying to paint like the underside of his dick. Like I just want to watch the struggles happen.
like, I'm pretty sure those people who
It's
body paint
amusement.
have somebody else body paint them, but
Nope,
uh,
not the one that we screenshot. She was painting herself like this.
but I'm saying, how much money you think she got from that?
Probably a lot more than I can imagine right now.
And that's what I'm so. But like I said, you've done that. You've done that. You did that. You're finished with that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into that in 1 second, actually. But to finish up the business portion, what do you see for you in streaming in the next year or so?
Just getting better with it. Like there's still things I learn every week on
Mm-hmm.
Twitch, like new things that are coming out. Like Twitch actually just came out with I think it was like a month or two ago. They have like their own beta streaming software now where you can stream from Twitch directly to Twitch.
Hmm.
It, right. I don't use it because I love what I use.
Right. You
But
you Streamlabs?
yeah.
Yeah.
Um but like there's stuff they're coming out with every day. Like there's these new panels you can add in that like show like your emotes and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
and like your recent followers or like I it's just there's new stuff all the time. And
Hmm.
then with Streamlabs there's constantly new overlays coming out
Right.
with like new widgets and alerts and stuff like that and it's just always new stuff or like even in the Call of Duty squad that I've the chat that I'm in with 30 other people, randomly people will be like, "Hey, I'm going to start streaming." And then all of a sudden it's just like, whoop, I'm doing more research so I can give them better information than I had when I started.
Right. Right. And do you have like any subscriber goals or anything like that?
Mm, I want to get 100 subscribers and maintain.
Mm-hmm.
That would be an awesome goal
Mm-hmm.
just because I've reached 85.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my very awesome viewers who I played Call of Duty with in one stream came in and donated over 60 subscribers.
Oh wow.
I was like almost in tears.
Oh.
And so he kept like doing it to like try and make me cry.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's like I've hit like a really high threshold before, but I want to be able to get to that threshold and maintain.
Mm-hmm.
Like as of right now, I'm maintaining probably like 40,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like 40 that are consistently doing it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Not like someone coming in and doing a mass donation of like 20 subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Now, what do you feel it would take from you to get to where you want to get?
Just a lot of grinding. That's what's really hard with streaming is a lot of the people you meet in streaming like that are like small time streamers like you, a lot of the people are very much like they want help from you to
Mm-hmm.
reach where they are, but they don't want to like give the help back because they just want to focus on themselves.
Yeah, and then another thing too, being somebody who does music, I deal with that kind of thing a lot. People want you to be successful, but they don't want you to be as successful as them. And
Oh, 100%.
they feel like if they tell you something, you go take it and do it better than them, and then they will end up like just falling into the abyss or something like that.
Yeah, and that's not how I roll. That's why like my friend when he started streaming, I literally have now I think 3 times sat down at his computer and fixed his alerts, fixed his overlays, added in panels, and I'm like, hey, now with these you could do this, 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 and this. I set his hotkeys so it's easier for him to stream, and
Mm-hmm.
like him and I are both looking at the same stream deck to add like I'm 100% like let me sit down and show you exactly what I do so you can do what I do.
Mm-hmm. Good. No hate. No hate in your blood. That's what's up. And yeah. So that's the business portion. So I want to get into the chill portion. I want to talk about some stuff. So I know you from the theater. I know you from your theater days.
9 years ago now.
That was damn man, and I'm still there. That's crazy.
Are you really?
Yeah, I just worked last week.
I am so sorry.
It's all right.
No, that honestly, like that is still one of the jobs that I talk about. That is like one of my favorite jobs that I've had.
What was what's your favorite AMC moment? Like, what's your favorite theater moment? Like, when you think back working there, like, what's one moment that sticks out to you?
The power outage.
Oh, why? I'm sure it does. Why does that moment stick? Why was that moment stick out to you?
You know, the view's great from the roof in the dark.
Nah, I bet. I bet. And
No, like the power outage. I think it happened like 2 or 3 times while I was there. And
I've been there during a power outage one time, and that was with me and Con. Me and Con was there.
oh my God, I love Khan.
Yeah.
I miss him. Um, But no, I was there for multiple power outages. And like obviously we couldn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're like in case the power comes out. So we literally just all sat around dicking around
Literally.
doing nothing. Or like
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite parts was rubbing in because I got my brother the job at AMC and my
Mm.
brother's older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to train my brother.
Mm.
And that was my favorite thing ever. Like you may be older than me and try and boss me around at home, but
Yeah.
I'm your boss here.
Yeah.
Fuck off. It was great. It was great.
uh, what was the worst part about working at the theater?
Popcorn,
The smell or cooking it?
all of it.
Do you
I
not?
literally do not really eat popcorn now because of that job. And I remember like waking up to my alarm going off for school the next day,
Mm-hmm.
but my alarm like in my dreams was the popcorn beeper.
Yeah.
Like, no. Or so like being a female, we always had to like get our shirts like a size bigger so they'd fit us everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the neckline was really like big and I used to always get the hot popcorn kernels down my shirt
Oh.
all
Oh.
the time.
See. I wish that on nobody, bro. Ugh. Ugh.
Yep. Nope. Worst pain ever. So no, definitely popcorn and back bar. The whole back bar sucks.
Now, now, some point after that, you got into dancing.
Yes.
What
That's
made
when I worked at Taco Bell.
Now? What made you get into dancing?
That was an accident as well.
Okay, accidents happen. What happened?
So I ended up going to a nightclub in Pontiac. I went to Electricity,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and that's where they recruit all the dancers.
Really?
They used to go. It was every Sunday,
Hmm.
and we'd show up like on a whole party bus, like all drunk as shit, and like it was a blast. We just recruit a bunch of like really cute girls.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought a friend to the club because
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "You're stressing out. Let's go."
Mm-hmm.
And I told her not to wear high heels because Electricity is not the club you wear high heels at. I was like, Tonic maybe. I was like, but we don't go to Tonic.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the dancers there ended up pulling my friend in to like the VIP booths to take shots.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend was like, "Hey, can I bring the girl that brought me? Like I'm not going to be here without her because they had already thought she was a dancer because of the
Mm-hmm.
heels she was wearing."
Mm.
And so then she brought me in to take shots and then I was like when I learned what the place was, like 18, I had no virgin ears. Like I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um when I learned what it was, I was like, "You know what? Let me try and sell shots." I wanted to be a shot girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had never in my life imagined being being a dancer.
Really?
Never. And they were like, "Sorry, we're not hiring for any of that at all. We just need dancers. So if you want to try it, if you absolutely hate it after a couple goes,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to take any of your tip out. We're not going to take payout, anything like that. You'll never hear from us again. We won't bug you."
Mm-hmm.
And I think so. Keep in mind, 18. Like it was like a month after my 18th birthday.
Mm.
I worked
Fresh.
at. Yeah, I was. I was
Damn.
a virgin. I was such a virgin. Um, and so I was like 18,
Mm-hmm.
freshly 18. Was making 740 an hour. Worked one shift and I cleared over $500. And I was like, "See y'all
Mm.
tomorrow."
Mm.
All right, see you tomorrow. And then it just it just happened.
And how long did you do it for? Because you stuck with it for a while.
Well, I stopped when I had him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I stopped when I got married and moved to North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
And then when Jason got out of the Marines, we came back, and because he didn't have a job
Mm-hmm.
just yet, like he just had like his compensation, his disability.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was like, well, fuck. So I just went back to it because I knew they would take me right back. I just like walked back in and I was like, "What up? I'm home." And they were like, "Oh shit, okay." And they threw me up. They're like, "You know the rules. Here we go."
Yeah.
And then when the money like tanked and I wasn't making like the new girl money anymore, I left
Mm.
and went to Home Depot, which I
Mm.
loved Home Depot.
So
That's
once
like
you
second
came,
favorite.
so once you came back is when it tanked.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're no longer like you're no longer a new girl.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're not new and exciting and like the fresh shiny toy, it all
Mm-hmm.
kind of tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Um so then I found out I was pregnant with him And then I worked a regular job while I was pregnant with him. And then when he was about 5 months old, I found out all my old managers from the first club I worked at went to a different club.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I just went and got my license and
Uh-huh.
I walked in and I was like, hey, tell Dana I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And they just like walked me downstairs and she was like, where the fuck have you been?
So,
And they just threw me right up. They're like, here you go.
so that's when you started working at the one downtown versus the
Hmm.
8 Mile. See, like I said, I still go to the 8 Mile ones just because the parking is better, man.
Yeah. Um, Last year, or the year before, downtown got really good, like crime rate wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like it got a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started like dipping down again, like getting kind of sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one night, like I was getting ready to like walk outside the front door, and then there was, I think, 12 gunshots
Mm.
in the parking lot,
I was bussing.
right where they park our cars.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a whole shootout. There was three shooters.
Oh.
I'm sorry, two shooters. One person dead, one severely injured, and one shot in the arm.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a whole clusterfuck. My car
Mm.
was like part of the crime scene. I had to like call my friend who lived like an hour away to come pick me up and
Wow.
take me home because like I couldn't take my car.
That's tough. I'm trying to think what happened. I was at a Cali one time, and like that was like the first time ever I had like been like solicited for like sex, and I thought it was like fantastic.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
why I left Coliseum.
and that's not why I go, but like I go. I said I went for. Don't do that. I went for. I went. Like I said, I go for this. I go for the steaks.
Yeah, no, they definitely had the best food,
Mm-hmm.
but not anymore.
Mm-hmm. Now you said you left because of the solicitation. Like how? Like where? Like was it something that was like almost expected at that club for the most part?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. To the point where they got smart, where if Vice came in to raid, they had valet had a little switch on their necklace that they
Mm.
would push a button when Vice would pull up and
Mm-hmm.
it would turn lights on in VIP. So all the dancers, we were literally told,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter if you're naked, it doesn't matter if your shoes are off, leave your purse, it doesn't fucking matter. Get the fuck out of that room and come in the dressing room because you could be naked in the dressing room.
Mm.
And the bouncers would bring our stuff back to us. It reached a point where that's the talk we had.
Oh wow.
Even on day shift with like 70-year-old men.
So like I said, that's my shift. Coliseum didn't do
Told
news,
you
right?
you're old.
Coliseum just do topless, right?
That's pretty much all of Detroit.
Yeah. I had one girl at Coliseum one time offer a new dance or whatever, but it was like $5
That's
extra.
different
It was like $5 extra per hour. I mean, not per hour, per song.
per song. Yeah, no, that's the stuff that like I used to do like willingly because I'm like, hey, we're
Mhm.
gonna have boundaries,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna charge you more for this because it's like premium service.
Mhm. Oh,
But like
definitely premium.
there were so many there were so many times where like I would go to like give a dance and like I would literally like turn around to like take my top off and then
Mhm.
as I would turn around to like face the guy again, he already had his pants at his ankles and his dick out.
Whoa.
Like they were just whipping it out.
Mm.
Like it was like expected.
Mm.
And then pretty much what I started doing at one point was I started making jokes about their dicks being really small.
Ooh.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, you want me to do what with where? And like I was looking like I can't find it. So then they get mad at me, hand me $100 and leave.
Mm.
Like, all right, well, like don't be a dick about it.
Right.
Like at least if someone asks or says something, I can be like, no, bro.
Mhm.
And like whatever, it's a conversation. Or like one time I literally sat down at a table to introduce myself to a guy
Uh-huh.
and I like couldn't even get the name, like my name out and like introduce myself and he just went, "Hi, you're cute. What that mouth do?" And I'm like, "I'm leaving."
Yo, people no
I was
no
like,
no.
they have zero like respect in those places.
Yo, that's
It
tough.
it made me look at men like way different, honestly,
No,
working in that job.
oh man, I could never, cause I ain't about to have no dancer hold me. Fuck that. Um, I know you've been out of it for a while. Do you see yourself ever going back, or are you officially retired?
I'm trying to officially retire from dancing, especially after this baby. Like I may be young, but my knees and my back say otherwise. Especially when you're wearing 8-inch heels
Mhm.
4 or 5 nights a week.
Mhm.
I want to try and waitress in the clubs though, just because the clubs are literally so flexible
Mhm.
when it comes to working.
Mhm.
So I really don't want to go back to it except like as a last resort.
Mm-hmm.
But like the money's more consistent in waitressing than as dancing, and like I will still be able to be like, "Hey, I can only work 3 nights a week and I can't start till after this time because of the babies."
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, "Okay." Especially because I worked at so many clubs now. I
Mm-hmm.
know managers at probably 8 different clubs.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. So you got connections then.
Mm, yeah, when I went to Coliseum for my birthday this year, and like I found out one of my bouncers from when I worked there 7 years ago
Mm-hmm.
is now one of the managers.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "Hey, in February, if I want a waitress," he's like, "slide me your application, and I'm gonna put it on Brian's desk and tell him to call you."
Which one would you think about going back to if you were going back to one?
So if I was to go back to dancing downtown,
Uh huh. And then if you waitress in 8 Mile somewhere.
waitressing is actually over by where I live now. There's one on Michigan Avenue, 2 miles from my house, where I
Oh,
know a bouncer and the manager.
okay. No, I go to the some of the ones on Michigan. My favorite is Pantheon. No.
Yeah,
Uh,
no,
yeah. No, I didn't think you'll be at that one.
no.
Yeah.
I already know. No, thank you. I would probably
uh,
be shot walking in there.
no, they have White Girl Wednesdays or something like that.
Oh,
What?
might as well call them Snowflake Sundays too.
That'd be great. Like
Oh my God.
in the winter, absolutely. The fuck.
Hit me up for advertising. I got it.
um. So at one point after you stopped, you did a little bit of OnlyFans stuff too. So what was that
That
like?
was actually because of COVID.
Mm-hmm. Oh right,
Um,
right. That was cool. Yeah.
like, because I wasn't gonna do OnlyFans
Mm-hmm.
like at all, just because like I knew what a lot of people were posting on OnlyFans, like straight up porn for like $4, and I was like,
Great
whoa,
value.
whoa. Like,
Mm,
first of all, you're doing way too much,
nah, I'm with it. But go ahead.
especially coming from like, of course,
Yeah.
but like coming from a dancer aspect, I'm like, I literally get topless and sit on guys' laps for $25 for 3 minutes.
Uh huh.
And now you're posting these 10-minute videos of like all this extra bendy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for $4. I'm like, bitch, no, you're
Yeah.
doing too much.
And I'm like, this is perfect
Yeah,
because
yeah, great for you guys.
yes, but
Sucks for us.
no, I mean, it doesn't necessarily suck for y'all because you're more. I feel like, look, I've talked to other girls who have done it, and when the amount is lower, they get more. I mean, yeah, it's not like $25 from one person, but you might get 10 people that'll do $5.
But then what they also don't tell you is OnlyFans takes 20%.
They do take 20%. That's like so. The more volume you have, the better, kind of, because more
But
people.
I
More
wasn't
people.
hopping on OnlyFans to like post that shit though. Especially like being married. Like there's boundaries.
Right. 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 And was that something y'all had talked about beforehand?
Yeah, it especially became like a serious conversation when COVID happened and it shut down all the clubs. And then we actually weren't sure if I was ever even going to be able to get unemployment because there was talk of it becoming available to independent contractors and self-employed.
Mm-hmm.
But if it didn't happen, I would have gone from making anywhere between 500 and like 2 grand a week, depending on how much I worked or how good the nights were,
Mm-hmm.
to literally absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it became a conversation. I was like, even if it's only a few $100s a month, that's better than absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It'll at least cover like my car payment or big bills or whatever.
Right. So COVID
And
was
yeah,
like super scary for y'all,
mm,
or
like scared,
I mean
like
scary for
work wise or
yeah,
like financially.
I,
Yes, it was
yes.
terrifying.
So how long did you do
Was
the
I
only?
ever scared of the virus? No.
No, I mean like so how long did you do OnlyFans for?
Like maybe 6 months.
6 months. And what did you like about
Honestly, not much.
it?
Really, honestly, because it's like these guys, because it was like over the internet, these guys were like demanding you, like they would like ask you a question to like start a conversation in like your private messages,
Yeah.
and they were like literally expecting like these full blown whole conversations for like days at a time,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
no. Like I
Mm-hmm.
can't, like I can't, I personally cannot do that when I'm sitting here married. My husband works
Mm-hmm.
40 hours a week. I'm trying to take care of a house and I have a kid
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to stream.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't sit here on my phone like appealing to you for 24 hours a day.
Right.
And so like it just seems like they got way more demanding online than they did in person.
Well, yeah, because everybody keyboard thugs. You know what I'm saying? Twitter fingers for sure.
Yeah. And so it was just kind of like, oh my God. But I mean, one of my favorite guys that I had met was like a foot fetish guy
Uh huh.
who wanted me to put on my stripper heels and step on candy bars.
Damn.
So I went to the store and spent like $4 on candy bars and I got like $100.
Yo, that's see. I'm telling. So I'm see. Look, you can do that, but like, ah, see, no, see, having titties just make everything easier, bro. Like, I got all these shoes back here. I'll step on a candy bar, any one of these shoes for $100. Nobody want
I
to see
don't
that.
think you would. Not any shoe.
Anyone over here for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
These
Not
are what
any of those.
these are the ones I wear on a regular basis. These over here, this is a lot. This is a lot.
Yeah, I don't understand how you have more than me.
How many you got?
Shoes?
Yeah.
Nowhere near that many.
Oh well, then yeah. Um, and,
Like I can see that's probably triple what I have.
yeah, and then it's some in this other corner over here. You can't see them, but
Yeah,
some
you definitely have at least triple what I have. I
Yeah.
think between my high heels and like my tennis shoes and my sandals and stuff, I have maybe 35 pairs of shoes.
Oh yeah, no, I'm tripling you for sure.
Yeah.
But all right, Amber. It was a pleasure having you. That is the end. Thank you so much for coming on today. Do you have anything that you want to say before you go?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay, I'm gonna leave your once I finally get to uploading these, I'm gonna leave your Twitch thing in the description.
Link.
Yes, link. I'm gonna
Fake
leave
communication.
I'm gonna leave your Twitch link in the description so anybody who wanna see you stream can come and check you out. I appreciate you sitting down with me today.
Yeah. Anytime.
All
It's
right,
been fun.
yeah, for sure, Amber. I'll see you around. All right,
Later.
later.